let's go.
Okay.
So, you're finally back in London.
Yes, I am.
So,
Not finally. I was just here in May. I was just here in June, actually.
so, could you tell us a bit more about what you're gonna do this time, and also the rest of your European tour?
Okay, sure. I am starting tonight. It's Sunday night. Michael Jackson's birthday, actually, August 29th, 2010. This is my first. I arrived here Friday night. This is my first gig tonight, first performance for Carnival weekend. Um, Tonight I'm playing at a very, very great event here at Tru Trading Warehouse with a bunch of legendary DJs to cover the scope of all types of soul music, house, Afrobeat, broken, reggae, electronic, 3 rooms. Really, really great event tonight. It goes on until 6 a.m. I'm doing this tonight. Attending some other events for promotion tomorrow night. Carnival winds down tomorrow night. Then I have the rest of the week off. Saturday I'm performing September 4th. Move on up at the Greyhound, Southwest London. And then the following week I'm doing some recording sessions with Sinbad, IG Culture, some more stuff with Mark Mack, getting in the studio with Phil Asher. And then I head to Paris on the 10th of September. I'll be there through the 13th, performing with Rachel Claudia. I can't tell you the name of the venue, I can't remember. But the performance is on the 12th.
I think.
Yes. It's Sunday the 12th. I'll be doing promotions on the 11th, radio interviews, and a few magazine article interviews. And then the performance is on the 12th, the 13th, more promotions. And then the 14th, 15th, I'm in Brussels, Belgium, doing recording. 15th, I'm performing there at Packhouse in Antwerp. That's going to be really nice with a guy named Nathan, who's signed to EMI. He works with Jamiroquai, a bunch of different people. So that's going to be an actual live performance. He's going to do a set with his band. Then I'm going to come on as a special guest and do a jam session with the band, performing his songs and mine. 17th, I'm back in London. I have radio interviews on the 18th, Saturday. Maybe doing Morpheus, I'm not sure yet. And then on the 19th, I fly to Dubai for 2 days.
Nice.
And I have an interview there for a television station. And then 21st through October 1st, I'm touring in Indonesia, doing 5 cities in 10 days for the U.S. State Department. Barack Obama's going back. He spent some of his childhood there, and he hasn't been back since he was elected. So he's coming back on an official visit. So we're going over prior to him to do performances and workshops and stuff to kind of set up his visit. So that's going to be a really important, interesting trip.
Nice.
Then I'm back in LA October 2nd and back to work in the studio.
Wow. So, what about your projects coming out?
Projects coming out. Life Notes is relaunching next week. Life Notes Music. I had 2 partners up until June, and I'm now the sole owner of Life Notes Music. I have a partner here in London, Barry King. We're going to relaunch next week, towards the end of the week. First project that's coming out is a co-venture with Mark Mack, with his label. We have an EP coming out called Direct Soul. The first single was leaked Friday, the 27th, as I was on the plane here.
Destiny.
Yeah, so when I arrived, my Facebook was going crazy. I was looking at my phone, getting all these Facebook messages and alerts, and I didn't know what was going on because Mark didn't tell me we were going to leak the single that soon. Mm-hmm. And the response has been ridiculous. It's only been out for 2 days, but it's getting written up all over the place.
Well, that's because it is ridiculous. I mean,
you like it?
Yeah, I love
Blogs
it.
are like writing it up.
Yeah.
E-magazines. People are asking us for interviews, and I'm doing an actual photo shoot and a TV show with Mark next week. Not even a performance, just to discuss the release. So it's picking up steam really fast. So we're going to work that through September, and then the tail end of September. Well, actually no. Middle of October, Life Notes, I'm going to release my next EP. So my EP with Mark will be out for like a month. People will just start getting into the songs. And as they're really grasping the EP, we're going to drop another project, another 4-song EP. I'm doing the first single from that EP tonight, actually.
Nice.
And another single from my EP with Mark as well that nobody's heard yet. So I'll be performing a couple new songs tonight, breaking in some new material. And then Barry and I have a project coming in November called Life Note Sound System, which is an electronic dancehall reggae project. That'll come out towards the end of November. So when I return the middle of December for Fashion Week, there'll be 4 different EPs and a couple of singles out. I'm doing another single with DJ Spinner. I have a release coming with Opa Lopo. I have another single coming with Priest Jacobs. So a bunch of stuff.
I have one question. Do you ever
Oh,
stop?
and Jürgen from Jazz and Nova. We're doing a song together.
Do you ever stop? No.
No, especially now because my output has been strong, but not as strong as I want it to be. So now that I don't have anything holding me back business-wise, no management, no label partners to consult, I'm free now to release whatever I want. So I want to like really not put out a crazy amount of stuff, but I definitely want to increase my productivity, keep the quality, never lose sight of that. But I want to definitely increase my output and do things that are in different genres. Like Mark's project, the project I'm doing with him, Direct Soul, that's going to be an ongoing series. We're going to do this 4-song EP to introduce. Direct Soul is the name of the EP, but it's also the name of the group that we're doing. So we're going to continue to put projects out as Direct Soul, singles, EPs, whatever. Vinyl, limited vinyl, digital, everything. Life Note Sound System is going to be a continuous project. The Rework series, that's going to be a continuous series. So everything that we're branding is going to be an ongoing series, over and over and over. And it's all in different categories. You know, my stuff as Erik Rico will always be like kind of electronic broken. Then the Life Note Sound System will always be kind of dancehall mixed with electronic. Mark and I were doing more of like a soul, funk, boogie, throwback kind of sound, more live instrumentation. So just really trying to diversify and keep the quality there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there other places you'd like to explore? Like places you've never been before?
Oh yeah.
To play?
There was a possibility of going to Senegal and to Egypt, so we're looking into that. South America is another place that I might be going because I just did some remixes for Tita Lima. She signed to Brownswood, Charles Peterson's label. Did a couple remixes for her, so that stuff comes out and gets a proper push. I want to do more production in South America and in Japan. I'm going back to Japan probably towards the end of the year. Japan, Australia, New Zealand to do like a month or so. Yeah. Other places I want to go. I'm really intrigued with Toronto and Montreal, Canada. I want to go to those territories. And more in Asia. After the trip to Indonesia, I definitely want to pursue more with like Singapore. While I'm in Japan, I'd love to go to Hong Kong. Because Asia is a big music market, especially for electronic music. Yeah, so I'm really looking to establish some good contacts over there. Yeah.
Okay. Something else you're always talking about and that I think is quite interesting is children and working with children.
Oh, yes.
So do you have any other projects in this area?
Well, the trip to Indonesia is we're going to be doing performances, like I think 5 to 6 performances and 5 to 6, at least 2 workshops per day targeting children in different villages in Indonesia. It's more of an arts initiative through the US government. I already do that in Morocco and certain parts of Africa, but now we're going to branch out into Asia, and basically it's to take Western culture as far as the art side of things, and as it relates, as art and self-expression relates to children all over the world, specifically in traditional Islamic countries, because the dialogue between the West and Islamic countries is really murky, really hard to understand and misunderstood, and there's a lot of drama. So through the arts, we want to reach out to a younger generation and show them how to empower themselves through art in a positive manner, you know, and not repeat what they see in the media so much. Yeah. So children's causes, as far as it relates to the arts, is something that I'll always champion, because that in particular put me on my path, you know, having people reach out to me, especially through sports and the arts, you know, those things changed my I guess scope and my outlook on what life could be, and it took like a lid off of any limitation. Like, you can travel anywhere with art, you can make music anywhere. It's, no matter what language people speak and what their cultural heritage is. I've been to territories that nowhere speaks English, but the people that are coordinating my visit, and you get to a certain place and perform, and even though the people don't necessarily understand the language, they understand the sentiment and the feeling. You know, so it translates. It's the only thing I know that can transcend and make its way through any boundary. So yeah, it's the most powerful tool that I've ever known. Spiritually, religiously, in every way, just self-empowerment. You know? So yeah, I'll always be about children's charities.
Okay. Something else we mentioned before in our previous interview for the blog is, and something that's really important for you as well, is the state of music these days, especially black music.
Yeah.
So, do you feel things changed since, well, I don't know, it was like a few months ago?
I feel that there is, I would say the newer generation is